or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Tired of looking at stained carpets, dirty tile, or grout? Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Make your flooring look great again. Stains, pet odors, allergies. Call Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. From serving our country to serving our community. Silverback Restoration, 414-5312. Residential and commercial. And now, 3 rooms for just $99. Check their website, silverbackrestoration.com.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Have you been contacted via email, phone, or mail stating you won a free cruise or airline tickets? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Join Carol Kane from Carol's Trips on Monday, August 14th at 10:05 a.m. on WOCA. Carol will share with us some all-important tips to make sure you don't get scammed. That's Monday, August 14th at 10:05 a.m.
It's time to go.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, some sunshine. Look for an afternoon thunderstorm, high 89 to 93. Tuesday night will begin with a shower or thunderstorm, mainly inland, and partly cloudy overnight. Low 73 inland, 79 on the coast. For Wednesday, times of sun and clouds with an afternoon thunderstorm, but dry at the coast, the high 88 to 92. Thursday, clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, executive editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful Tuesday morning, 75 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 92 today. There is a 60% chance we'll see rain today, most likely this afternoon. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. 91 the expected high, 58% chance of rain, so that's kind of the same. Thursday, a little bit less likely of a chance of rain. 90 degrees the expected high on Thursday. And looking ahead to Friday, about a 55% chance of rain. The weekend... real quick look. You can never really be that confident when it's that far off in advance, but just so you know, it looks like about a 60% chance on Saturday. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at things in the news. First of all, something that might affect us locally, Silver Springs. Perhaps we'll get a piece of money that will come from the state. In other words, you and I as taxpayers, $50 million to be exact, not to Silver Springs, by the way, but part of that will go to Silver Springs. This is part of a hunk of money that the state legislators, including the governor, announced would pay for some projects. This came out of the news yesterday. The list includes projects that call for extending sewer lines and connecting homes with septic tanks to central sewer lines.
Oh.
So if you have a septic tank near the springs, or maybe near the aquifer, I don't know how they're going to determine this, But anyway, there are several proposals to acquire land also near the existing springs. This is all part of an effort to restore the springs in the state, including Silver Springs and Ocala Springs.
Nice.
But not only those two. I don't know. Those two are actually named in the article. But I'm sure there are others as well. So
nice.
So that's a good thing. I know some people don't like the whole idea that the state is going to mandate that you hooked up to the sewer system, but I don't know. I'm not an environmentalist. It just seems like it's probably a good idea, just off the top
Yeah,
of
in
my
that
head.
area, sure.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Larry and Robin.
Hi,
Here
Frank.
we go again with the acquiring land. How much do they need? Why don't they just take it all and pay the taxes on it themselves?
Yeah, I can't imagine why they need more in Silver Springs. Silver Springs
Yeah.
has a lot of land.
5,000 acres,
But
right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They seem awful hungry for land. Why is that, Larry?
I guess they want it.
They
Well,
want
I know-
it. Well, how, but what if I wanted it? What if
Let me
wanted
ask
it?
you. Let me
What then?
ask you a question. All right.
Okay.
I think if you ask them that question, their answer would be to protect the water.
Okay.
What do you think do you think that's true, or do you think there's a different answer?
I do not think it's true. I don't know what the right answer is, but that ain't it.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're.
Remember the deal out at the lake? They
Yeah.
acquire the land and keep you out.
Yeah. Then you're done. You can't go in there anymore. Well,
That's right. Not legally anyway.
I think you're probably representing a lot of people who feel the same way you do. So, thank you.
Well, let's hear them out. Let's hear them out.
Thank you for expressing on behalf
Thank you,
of
Larry
all those
Robin.
people. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Let's see. Ben and Jerry's, the ice cream company in Vermont, is trying to help out a campaign in Florida. They are pledging to spend money to join a grassroots movement to restore voting for former convicts in Florida. People who have served their sentences in Florida, in prison, must wait, according to Florida law, 5 years before they are eligible to petition the clemency board so they can vote again.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm
I know,
just
but
reading
I
the
wonder
news.
why Ben and Jerry's think it's wrong.
Well, there are the American Civil Liberties Union thinks that that's wrong. In order to get the right to vote, you have to wait 5 years after prison, and then you have to go to the clemency board. The clemency board, by the way, is a panel made up of the governor and 3 other statewide elected officials. So you got to get 4 representatives, one of them being the governor, to say, yeah, okay, you've passed the test, you can now vote again.
Yeah.
That's part of what they're trying to do. But anyway, a recent message directed readers to peoplepower.org. If you're interested, that's the website. $5 million has been pledged to gather nearly 700,000 valid voter signatures needed to get the amendment on the ballot. It'll be in the Constitution. Let's see. A recent message. The new support could prove critical to the amendment drive. This is to put the automatic felon rights restoration amendment. That's what they're calling it on Florida's 2018 ballot. So, if you are in prison, you can't vote. But the day you get out of prison, they want you to be able to vote. That's the difference. And they don't want you to have to wait 5 years. They don't want you to have to go before a clemency board. They want, if your sentence is done, then your sentence is done. You should be restored back to normal and therefore able to vote. So that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're waiting the 5 years because sometimes when people get out of prison, they go ahead and they do the same crime again. So given the 5 years, then they'll be usually 5 years, says, oh, okay, well then you're clean for 5 years. You haven't committed any crimes, so now you can vote.
Okay. So that's what you just expressed right there is the feeling why this shouldn't be on the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay. The other side of this is that if you wanted to prevent certain people from voting, you could send them to prison for something maybe bogus, who knows? And then once they've been in prison, they get out, they got to wait 5 years, and as long as that 5-year period hasn't ended, those people won't vote for the person you don't want them to vote for.
Right.
It could be used as a way to manipulate the vote. That's what the other side is saying. So,
Exactly. But then again, you've got the really bad guys that are really ruining it for the really good guys when they get out of prison. So it's just such a shame.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning again, Larry Robin.
Yeah.
Let's try this one on for size. How about when the crap hits the fan like it's bound to happen? How about that all them government officials need a place to hide out close to a water source? How about that one? And they want that water source clean.
Okay. I'm not really sure what you mean.
What? I mean about what?
You want them to go to the water source.
No, they want to go to the water source where they'll be safe, securely guarded. Perimeter.
Oh, you mean,
They got to have water, just like we do.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I don't know that that's true, but that's your opinion. So.
Well, let's run it around and see what happens.
You got it. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Larry and Robin.
Well, that's what this is about. This is about opinions. I don't agree with that one. I don't think Frank is onto something there, but I'm not always right.
No, well, we have our opinions.
Remember that sinkhole in Land O'Lakes? Remember it swallowed 2 homes?
Yes.
It has now swallowed or severely damaged, like damaged 7 homes.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. 7 houses.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It is. It's so scary. It is so scary. Thank God there wasn't loss of life.
All right, we need to figure out a way to stop these kinds of stories. The next one I'm going to read. We need to figure out a way to stop this from ever happening. We need something in place. A 3-year-old boy was picked up yesterday morning to go to his daycare center and never went into the daycare center and was found dead inside the van last night.
Oh, my God.
3-year-old boy no longer with us because somebody was incompetent.
At the daycare center.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
We have this story too often.
It is too often. Careless.
Too often. How is it possible that a van is not a big vehicle? Even a school bus is not too big that you can't do a quick check.
Yeah, why can't they go out there and walk around?
There's no way that I can believe in a million years that you need any technology to solve this problem. I'm sure there is something out there. I'm sure somebody has something or has an idea for something. But you only need common sense. You just need to have every driver instructed that you do not leave that van parked anywhere until you are 100% sure that there's no child sleeping on a chair, sleeping under a chair, hiding somewhere. Every place that a child can be in that van should be absolutely cleared. Then you get out and then you lock it.
And the good daycare centers know how many children are in that daycare center, who they are, what their names are. You take a head count.
There might not.
For the good daycare
That's not good enough. Let me tell you why. Because this particular boy didn't always go to this particular daycare center. He normally would go to a different one. So their head count was as it normally is.
Oh, because I know when I took my kids to daycare, they had a sign-in sheet. Every day you signed your child in. It wasn't just a blanket across the board. You would bring it.
This child was picked up at his home. The van picked up the child at the home.
Oh, my God.
So the mother or father or aunt or grandma, whoever it was at the home, walked the child to the van, said, "Oh, bye-bye, baby, see you later," and then never saw him later.
God.
Just a sad, heartbreaking story.
It's very
Our prayers go out to the family, but we gotta. Those people in this business and those government officials who regulate this business really need to figure out some kind of a rule.
Yeah.
That affects the behavior of those people who drive. And I know if you are a driver that you're probably yelling at your radio right now saying we do those things, and I'm sure you do.
The good ones do.
But there's got to be something else that can be done to make sure that people who are driving vans have you have to have a multiple person thing. You have to have 3 people who all have to say, yes, there was nobody in that van every single day. That's my thought on that one. If I was a legislator, that would be my thing.
Yeah, so many people. Careless. All they're there for is the money for the job, and that's it. They don't care about the kids.
No, that's not a blanket statement, though.
No, it's not a blanket statement.
Because
that person that did that doesn't care.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, some sunshine. Look for an afternoon thunderstorm, high 89 to 93. Tuesday night will begin with a shower or thunderstorm, mainly inland, and partly cloudy overnight. Low 73 inland, 79 on the coast. For Wednesday, times of sun and clouds with an afternoon thunderstorm, but dry at the coast, the high 88 to 92. Thursday, clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
We all know that sound means there's going to be some need. What you may not know is that it's your choice where to have that collision work done, not the other guy's insurance company. Because your vehicle is much more than just transportation. It's like a family member. So don't bring it to just any chain collision center. Bring it to Lyle's Collision Service. When it comes to getting your vehicle back to 100%, you can count on Lyle's Collision Service. They're not some fly-by-night chain company. They're a family-owned and run collision center with over 33 years of experience. Working with collision repairs and vehicle restoration, Lyle's Collision only uses quality parts and doesn't take shortcuts like some other companies. They take pride in getting the job done right and in a timely manner. They specialize in insurance claims and they strive to get your vehicle back to you as soon as possible. So the next time you hear this, remember, it's your choice. And the choice is clear. Lyle's Collision Service.
Robin, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your pedigree palace will be a reality in no time.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
You, Brad, 11 minutes before 8 o'clock, 76 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 92 today, and there's a chance of rain, most likely in the afternoon. There's about a 35% chance sometime before 2 and about a 60% chance sometime before 9. So there you go. They're breaking it down now into day parts again. If you were listening yesterday, oh my gosh, we had a beautiful young lady in the studio. She's the wife of Ron Adams. We've known Ron forever. Ron is the owner of the Dairy Queen over in Silver Springs, and just a really great guy. And so not too long ago, he posted some photos on Facebook that he got married, and he married a lady from the Philippines, and her name is Gemma. Well, Gemma, turns out, is a beautiful singer. Oh my gosh. Oh, she was so good, wasn't she, Ron?
She's absolutely amazing. She's got it all. She's got that spark and sparkle.
And Ron had been bragging about her singing to us for quite a while, actually. And you know, you go, yeah, right. Everybody knows somebody who can sing well, but he was not lying. His Gemma really is a beautiful singer, a wonderful lady.
And her presence, I mean, she just exudes personality. She is great.
And she's from a good family. When she and Ron met online, as a lot of couples do these days, and she lived in the Philippines, and he proposed to her and said, why don't you move here to America and we'll get married. And her mother said, no way. You're not doing that.
No.
If we have to approve of him, he has to come here.
Yeah.
So Ron sold a few more milkshakes, got on a plane, and went to Philadelphia, to the Philippines. Not
That's
Philadelphia,
right.
to the Philippines. I would love to hear that story. What was that like, meeting the family for the first time? Anyway, they approved. They like him, and of course, what's not to like with Ron? He's such a great guy, and
he is
and
super guy.
And the one thing I'm always troubled by some of the news stories out of the Philippines. Bern Pareso, who does a show on Mondays, she'll be doing one soon again, right?
The second Monday in September she'll start.
Also from the Philippines. Also a very classy lady.
The 11th.
Just so sweet. And so anyway, apparently the Philippines has an ISIS issue. ISIS is in the Philippines. It's almost like telling somebody you got cancer in part of your body. Well, part of our planet has the cancer called ISIS. The United States may start conducting airstrikes in the Philippines, targeting members of ISIS.
Good. Get rid of them.
The U.S. has been providing support to the Philippines in its fight against pro-ISIS militants who have besieged the southern city of Marawi. How do you say that? M-A-R-A-W-I. Marawi?
Marwai? A-W-I.
Marawi, maybe? Oh, yeah, maybe
that.
Marawi. And Secretary of State Rex Tillerson yesterday said the military has provided aircraft, a few drones, surveillance capabilities, intelligence, and training. He said, quote, "We are providing them some training and some guidance in terms of how to deal with an enemy that fights in ways that are not like most people have ever had to deal with. The strikes, which would likely be conducted by armed drones, could be approved as soon as today."
Gosh.
The U.S. has shared intelligence with the Philippines for 15 years, according to spokesperson Captain Jeff Davis from the Pentagon. So, gosh, it's just like these beautiful people from this beautiful place out in the Pacific, and somebody has to come there and wreck their little area and take over a town. Gosh.
I know. It's horrible. No, the U.S. has got us. The U.S. is great because now we're stepping up everything. We got the military going great again and everything. And, we got to get the ISIS guys and just blow them off the face of the planet. I hate them. I hate what they do to people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's disgusting.
United States spy satellites have detected the North Korean military loading 2 anti-ship cruise missiles onto a boat on the eastern side of North Korea. U.S. officials who said the reclusive nation is continuing its aggressive military moves despite U.S. and UN warnings not to. A statement from a U.S. official who went unnamed told reporters, quote, "North Korea is not showing any evidence it plans to halt its missile tests. It's a trend that does not bode well for hopes of de-escalating tensions on the Korean Peninsula."
How many times are their hands going to be slapped before we do something? I mean, just, forget talk. They don't know anything about talk. They just know action.
Yesterday's news regarding the cruise missiles being loaded onto ships may indicate that another test is forthcoming. I guess they want to test shooting missiles from ships. That would be
I guess so.
Probably what the plan is right there.
Yeah, as long as our missiles can detect their missiles once they're shot and blow them out of the sky before they hit their target.
In an election that has residents fleeing the capital of Nairobi and other major cities, Kenyans will vote today for a president. The election, which polls suggest may be one of the most hotly contested in that country's history, has been marked with violence and tribal rivalries. Vote tampering is a major concern there, especially after an election monitoring official was killed last month. Violence is not unusual in Kenya. On that same continent, in South Africa, the parliament there will vote by secret ballot today on a motion of no confidence on President Jacob Zuma. Dogged by corruption scandals and waning popularity, Zuma has faced calls for his resignation by leading members of his own party, the African National Congress. Opposition parties had lobbied for months for an anonymous no-confidence vote to provide cover to disgruntled Zuma allies. Some sports news. For one day, ESPNU will become the Ocho. The Ocho.
What is that? ESPNU, the Ocho.
Playing off the fictional ESPN 8 from the cult classic Dodgeball, the true underdog story, the popular network ESPN will air unusual sporting events today, including Dodgeball, Ultimate Trampoline Dodgeball, Arm Wrestling, Darts, the 2017 Championship of Bags,
What is that?
I don't know. And something called the Moxie Games.
You got Moxie.
Oh my gosh. Well, that might be fun to watch.
I think so. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Fun to watch dodgeball. Fun to watch arm wrestling.
Yeah.
The championship of bags is.
I know. That sounds fun. And we have a trampoline thing that just opened up here, so maybe we could participate. That would be fun to watch, especially the arm wrestling. I mean, gosh, those guys are so serious. And
did you ever arm wrestle with a child and let the child win?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My grandmother always wrestled with us when we were children.
She let you win?
Yeah, but she was pretty strong. But then we got older, and then we didn't arm wrestle her anymore.
I realized she was letting you win all that time.
Yeah.
Israel's Attorney General is poised to indict the wife of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for misuse of state funds in that country. An announcement is expected sometime this week that Sarah Netanyahu will be indicted for billing the government for personal expenses.
Yeah.
The investigation of Sarah Netanyahu has been ongoing for more than 2 years. Here's that story again. Amazon has announced that it will begin selling audiobooks for dogs. Dogs are social animals, it says in the press release, so they need to engage with someone, and the purpose of Audible for Dogs is to make dogs feel there is somebody with them, speaking about things that they enjoy hearing about. It comes in various different voices. I showed you one of the male voices earlier. Let me show you one of the female voices.
But there was no inflection in that male's voice.
Well, let's see if the lady did any better. Here's the female voice reading one of the audiobooks for dogs.
You are a good dog. You know what good dogs get? They get cookies. Yes, cookies. Cookies are good. Like you. You are good. You are a good dog. Cookies are like going out. Going outside is very good. Like a cookie. I bet you like to sit when you go out. Maybe you see a kitty? Do you see the kitty? Good dog. Good boy. Good girl. Where's mommy? Is mommy getting a cookie? Do you think mommy wants to go outside?
All he hears is the word cookie, and he's looking for this cookie. There's nobody there to give him a cookie.
Oh, well,
gee, that dog will need a psychiatrist soon.
Well, same thing's going to happen to men.
Good man.
You are a good man.
You know what good men get? They get sex.
Yes, they do.
Yes, sex. Sex is good. Like you. You are good. You are a good man. Sex is like football. Football is very good. Like sex. I bet you like to sit when you watch football. Maybe you see a lady? Do you see the lady? Good boy. Where's your lover? Is your lover getting a cookie? Do you think mommy wants to go outside?
Audiobooks for men, by the way. That's what that one was called. All right, we are up against the break. Let's take a break. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk to Galen Unold about, I guess we'll talk about ESPN a little bit. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And also about Robin's story from her friend up in Wisconsin whose husband was in a wreck because the girl in the car next to him was obeying the orders of the GPS. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. North Korea defiant as the White House keeps up the pressure over its nuclear program.
North Korea vows that thousands will fold retaliation for sanctions amounting to $1 billion slash on their export revenues, the heaviest yet leveled against the rogue nation. And U.S. spy satellites yesterday detecting the North loading 2 anti-cruise missiles on a patrol boat, a clear sign that they are not listening.
Fox's Griff Jenkins, a manhunt ended for the rape suspect who overpowered an Ohio sheriff's deputy and escaped on Friday.
32-year-old Brandon Powell was handcuffed and had his legs shackled, but still managed to headlock the deputy driving the car, forcing it to crash.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown, authorities saying Powell shot himself last night in a crawl space at his parents' home as officers were trying to persuade him to surrender. Fox News, we report, you decide.
First opened about 10 years ago. We were small, just a few of us, but it was exciting. I always dreamt of having my own business. It was kind of slow at first, but things started picking up. We had big plans. But in our wildest dreams, we never thought we'd have this much work. Yeah, with so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier.
What will become of your business after a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now, before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
Thank you, Jan. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Nice looking Tuesday. And real quick look at the weather forecast. I don't have Galen on the phone yet. Let's see, 76 degrees right now. Temperatures are expected to climb to 92 today. And we continue to have a pretty mild summer, I guess you might say. 92. I mean, it's hot by some people's standards, but August 8th in Florida. And so far, I don't think we've seen any three-digit temperatures as far as I can see, but anyway, maybe you've had it in your own backyard. That's the thing, you know. We're not all exactly the same because of wherever you might be, right?
Exactly.
Although it was pretty hot at my home yesterday when I got home. I had to open the windows.
Yeah, I love windows when they're open.
You keep it closed all day long. It does get hot in there. All right, I don't see Galen on the phone, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about that ESPN Ocho thing that's happening today.
Okay.
So if you're a sports fan, and I know Galen is, but I wonder how much of a fan you need to be to want to watch some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So today...
There's Galen.
Oh, okay, let me go to Galen first.
Okay.
Galen, is that you?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good morning. Where are you?
I'm just at the Firestone dealership getting my tire fixed.
Okay.
At a flat tire.
Oh my gosh.
That's what happens.
You know what stinks is all these modern cars don't have like spare tires.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I know.
Yeah. So I was lucky I made it here. So.
Oh my
I'm a
gosh.
little fortunate today. But yeah, at least I didn't have to get towed.
I don't know.
Well,
Why,
yeah,
I don't know
for
why
sure.
I don't know what they were thinking when they decided not to put spare tires into the new cars.
Yes,
Yeah,
purely
that's
for
nuts.
weight. And then they try to upcharge you for it, you know? So it's always something, isn't it? Always.
Always something.
Gee.
Yeah. Well,
That's bad.
you know, could have been worse. Could have been on your way. You could have got a flat, and then it could have been an accident or something. So.
Yep.
So there are two things we actually have to talk to you about. One is ESPN Ocho that's happening today. Are you familiar with this?
No.
ESPN Ocho. This is
sounds fun.
based on a movie or something. Let me find the
Yeah, I mean, it was in dodgeball, and it was ESPN the Ocho.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. But today they're actually doing it. Today they're actually
Okay,
doing it.
good
So
for them.
so you want to hear the games that they're going to be showing or the events?
Sure.
Disc golf, the championship today.
Me.
Roller derby championships today.
Okay.
Trampoline dodgeball today.
Okay.
That's dangerous.
The Firefighters World Challenge 25 will be on at 5. Oh, that was 5 a.m. this morning. Oh, okay. That must be done with it.
No, it'll be rebroadcast, I bet you.
The 2016 Kabaddi World Cup final.
I don't know what Kabaddi is.
I don't either.
I don't either. I don't know what that is.
Kabaddi. Let me look it up.
Kabaddi World Cup final.
Kabaddi. Kabaddi. Let me look it up.
Larry, you should have known I was going to ask you that.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Prepared for that.
Kabaddi is a
You're the
contact
sports guy.
is a contact team sport that originated at Indian subcontinent in Tamil Nadu. It is popular in South Asia and in the state game of the Indian states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Oh, never
A
mind.
contact team sport.
I
Now
have no
that
idea. I
that's
have no idea what that is.
that's pretty ambiguous. That's pretty vague.
All right, that's happening that's happening right now. Actually, if you were to tune in, you'll see it right now. World Darts at 9 a.m. World Darts.
That seems neat.
Well, that's exciting.
The World Darts Championship. Yeah, darts. Yeah,
Imagine anything, people actually watching that.
they will at 9. The Arm Wrestling Championship. Arm Wrestling, Galen. Arm Wrestling Championship.
Well, you can tell it's a down time right now. On the sport.
All right, now I have to look this one up too. Championship of Bags. What is that?
No clue. It's better. I bet you there's no ladies in it.
Championship.
You doing it? Hanging out with the old bag. And,
Yeah, right.
Championship of Bags. Okay, this is what came up. It's the COBS, Championship of Bags, which stands for COBS, which is the American Cornhole League.
Oh, there you go.
That makes sense.
There we
My
go.
gosh.
That's like wow.
Wow. Okay, the Cornhole Championship.
Of course.
In other words. Let's see, at 12:30 this afternoon, you can watch the World Championship. Oh, no, 2:30. The World Championship Street Fighter. Whatever. At 5 o'clock is the Moxie Games, and 7 p.m. the U.S. Open Ultimate Championship, whatever that is. That's the
U.S. Open, isn't
Ultimate
that?
Frisbee.
Open
Ultimate
Ultimate.
Frisbee, I'm assuming.
Frisbee.
Okay, I don't know. Anyway, it's on ESPN Ocho today, the Ocho. The whole network is going to be the Ocho today for some because today is the 8th day of the 8th month.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Let's get our Ocho on.
All right. So before the other topic, I have to ask you, how's the blood supply, and then we'll switch topics.
Oh, it's better than my car, I guess. I mean, we're still in critical need of all types, and we really, really need O negative, and anybody who's an AB, just come in and ask about donating platelets. That's kind of where we're at right now. So just get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood.
Are they ready? Are they ready? Like if a lot of people suddenly said, you know what, I've been listening to this every day for years, I'm going in today. Could they handle it all?
Yeah. I mean, we could have. We've seen 400 people. Oh, not 400. 200 people coming in a single day during 9/11. I mean, the wait is long, but don't worry about that. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, yeah.
Yeah.
But you could make an appointment. That's kind of where I was going with that.
Absolutely.
So call and make an appointment. What's the phone number over there?
622-3544.
Okay. We'll talk about the blood more in just a little bit. Right now, I have a topic for you. Yesterday, Robin got a Facebook post or something from one of her friends.
Yep.
And this is what it says, Galen. It says, the cursed car got hit again by some lady with a learner's permit who crossed into my husband's lane and caught him in the side and back door. She told my husband her GPS told her to move over.
I love this story.
That's it.
I wonder if that's true.
Well, it's Robin's friend.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like, okay, if you're that... I guess if you have a learner's permit, there had to be an adult in the car. She couldn't drive without it.
Change lanes.
There had to be another adult.
That's right. Change lanes.
Change lanes.
You know, and the adult gets whoever the licensed driver is the one who gets the ticket.
Yeah,
you know that?
That's true. I didn't.
Oh, really?
You know what?
And they're responsible for all the damages and everything.
But I have a story from my learning days of driving that I think helps me relate to this. Are you ready? Back in those days, the high beams were a button on the floor.
Yes,
on
the
left foot. Okay, and I was scared to death that I was going to forget to lower the high beams when a car was coming at me. Because that was a big deal. If you're driving at night, you got to remember lower the high beams when somebody's coming at you.
That's the law.
So an animal crossed in front of me, and I stepped on the high beam light instead of the brake.
Oh gosh!
I was in my mind. Yeah, I wasn't expecting an animal. I was expecting another car, and I was so ready. For that other car that instead of stepping on the brake, I stepped on the high beam light. Fortunately, I didn't hit the animal. I can't remember if it was a raccoon or what it was. But, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I was driving in Rainbow Lakes Estates, which was completely dark and abandoned. So,
wow.
In other words, how I can relate to that is you got your mind set. I want to do everything perfect, right? And GPS, I guess, is part of learning to drive a car now. Who knows? It sounds like it is, right?
Yeah.
So, change. I don't know if she says when possible.
I mean, my son couldn't get himself to school the first week without, and he had driven there, 200 times.
Really?
220 times. He's like, no, what do I do? Because they just don't pay attention when they drive. You don't pay attention as to where things are. And so, I got him the little holder for his phone so he could put in the GPS and all that. But now, it takes about, a month, and then you know where everything is in town. So.
Yeah, it takes a while before you figure out, because you're the driver now. You're not just the passenger. It makes a big difference between driver and passenger.
You can't look at your phone the whole time.
All right, so on the other side of the break, I want to tell you some other GPS stories, proving that GPS is not infallible. Be sure to thank Palm Garden and Penn Flooring for sponsoring the important announcement that Galen makes, which reminds us to go donate blood. Palm Garden Skilled Nursing. You got to take a tour. You'll find out for yourself. They're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. And Penn Flooring. See how you can make your home or office more beautiful from the floor up. See their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just across the McKay-Williams Bridge, which is a few blocks from Pine Avenue. We will take a little break and be right back with Galen after the break. This is The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Tuesday, some sunshine. Look for an afternoon thunderstorm, high 89 to 93. Tuesday night will begin with a shower or thunderstorm, mainly inland, and partly cloudy overnight. Low 73 inland, 79 on the coast. For Wednesday, times of sun and clouds with an afternoon thunderstorm, but dry at the coast, the high 88 to 92. Thursday, clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around in the afternoon, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest day special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
Cookies, 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 cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. King Cookie in the Paddock Mall in Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. So next time you're in the mall, stop by King Cookie or call 352-237-2557. KingCookieOcala.com. Customized cookies, cakes, and more. King Cookie.
Eating cookies. We're so happy eating cookies. Cookies!
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
When we're stressed, we tend to take shallower breaths. If our brain isn't getting enough oxygen, it'll send signals to our body telling it to yawn deeply in order to get more air. Female Tinder users are 98% less likely to swipe right on your profile if your bio section is blank. Taking breaks does, in fact, help boost our mood and makes us more creative and productive.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center getting his tire replaced.
Yes.
Are they fixing it, or are you getting a new one?
I don't know yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to need a new one. The sidewall looks like so.
Would you run over something?
I guess so. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
I drive a lot.
So it wasn't totally flat. You were able to drive to the...
Oh, no, it was totally flat. I had to pull over, and I had a can of Fix-A-Flat in it, and then... I pulled over, filled that up, and then just stopped and filled it up with air, and then went another 2 miles, filled it up with air, went another 2 miles, filled it up with air.
Gosh.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy. And when Matt gets here at later on for the car show, he's going to say he hates when somebody comes in with a tire that somebody used Fix-A-Flat with.
Yeah.
He hates...
The only way I got home.
Yeah. Well, see, that's an important part of it, too. Wow. Oh, crazy. All right, so we have...
Yeah, I hear that. They tell you all the time, hey, don't use that because you can't use a certain machine on it until you clear the goo out. But it's the only way I got home. So, yeah.
That is crazy. I don't know what they're thinking with the cars. I don't know what they're thinking.
$200 for me to get my car towed?
Yeah, exactly. I guess if I ever get a brand new car, I'm going to buy an extra tire and put it in the trunk.
Well, that's great if you have a tire, but you have to have the jack. You have to do all that. I mean,
yeah.
And where are you going to put it? So, yeah, all that's part of it.
All right, so I have some GPS stories. Before we say this, don't forget to donate blood. That's why Galen is on each morning. Donate blood. Go to Life South. Donate blood. Save some lives.
Critical need right now.
It's easy. Thank them when you get there for what they do. Those people work hard too, and it's not an easy task. It's not an easy thing to train to learn how to do.
No.
I'm sure it's not for everybody being a phlebotomist. They should be proud of what they do. All right, ready?
Yep.
In early May, a driver in the Upper West Side of New York was driving to New Jersey. But somewhere around 88th Street, the GPS he was following led him astray. The driver turned west, but instead of turning into the street, his sedan headed down the first few stairs of an entrance to Riverside Park.
Oh!
By the way, if you ever are in Riverside Park, you will say, this is New York City, because you feel like you're in Rainbow Lakes Estates.
Really?
It's just a It's like you're in a park. It's like you're in a suburb of Ocala or something. Anyway, the car and the driver.
Oh, wait, the states doesn't come quickly to mind, but I get your point.
The car and the driver were stuck on the stairs until a tow truck could erase the evidence of a very public wrong turn.
Oh, my.
This next story is the whole reason I even have this, aside from Robin's story from Wisconsin. 3 Canadian tourists, Galen, were in Florida, and they used their GPS to plan a drive to Caladesi Island. But what the GPS didn't tell them was that there was water dividing the island from the mainland.
Oh,
there is.
The road turned to gravel, then to thick mud, and then to gentle laps of water against their tires. The 3 were forced to abandon their vehicle and return on foot. Passengers who were on board the passing ferry recommended a way to get to the island, reportedly watching the whole thing as the embarrassing event unfolded. Oh my!
You got to remember on your, especially if you're using Google, it can show walking, it can show like public transportation for a car or a bicycle. Got to make sure you have a car picked there.
We were coming back in the early days of GPS. We were coming back from an event. It was a fundraising event, one of those things where you're supposed to be locked up and you have to call people and ask them for bail money.
Yeah.
Those were the worst things in the world.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah, those are horrible.
I hate them. But anyway.
Everybody's like, oh, yeah, I'll do it once. And then you're like, oh, I'm never doing this again.
And that's why you don't hear about them anymore, because nobody liked that fundraiser.
Right.
That was a horrible one.
It was horrible.
But anyway, they drove us from the Cascades in this limo, which was a van.
Yeah.
They called it a limo.
Yeah, SUV.
They drove us down to this place at the Ocala Golf Club or something.
Yeah.
Is that where it was?
Yep.
It was a beautiful place, nice food.
It was good.
And then it's all done. And now we're going back home. And we had this Irish guy with a very thick Irish accent. And he's driving north on 441. And I said, you need to turn here. And he didn't. And then his GPS said, turn right. And he drove right across the grass.
Yeah, right.
He literally turned right when I told him to turn right.
He literally turned right. And I knew I knew where we were because I live here.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, he wasn't observant that, we're going over this grassy area.
It's not good when you listen to the computer, but you won't listen to the human being in the car,
Yeah, exactly.
I
love the Canadians.
Here's another one. All Sabine Moreau wanted to do was pick up a friend from the train station, which was north of her home in Hainault, Brussels. But when the GPS directions took her south instead of north, the 67-year-old woman didn't question it. She stuck by her GPS when she saw the signs for the German towns of Frankfurt, Aachen, and Cologne. And when the lengthy trip forced her to refuel twice and pull over to catch a few hours of sleep, she never even questioned the GPS. Only when she entered the Croatian capital of Zagreb did she finally realize something was wrong. Her friend at the train station and her son had also caught on and soon called the police. Anyway, can you imagine that?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Wow.
You can't fix stupid. I mean, come on. Stupid.
All right. Well,
that is too goofy. Really too goofy.
All right, so here's the story. Okay, we were out when Joe Martone was doing the skeet shoot thing for raise money for the
veterans.
For the
children.
Right, for
the children for I
not
can't
Special
remember.
Olympics.
It's not.
Champions for Champions.
That's it.
Champions for Champions.
Champions for Champions.
All right. So the ladies in charge of it, Maria and oh gosh, I can't remember the other lady's name. But anyway,
I can't.
They were driving together, and they told the GPS where they wanted to go, and the place has a name. It's like Richards Skeet Range or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's more than one Richards Skeet Range.
Probably. Again, you got to use common sense at that point. I mean, come on.
And they were heading a long way away.
Yeah.
And then one of them said, this is probably not right.
Yeah, they were embarrassed.
Yeah. Robert Jones' reliance on his GPS nearly got the best of him when he was driving in West Yorkshire, England. The road began to steepen and narrow, but he still drove on. He kept insisting the path was a road, so I just trusted it. Jones only realized how wrong he was when his car bumped up against a thin wire fence just inches from a 100-foot drop.
Oh, my gosh.
He managed to get out safely, but the car remained balanced on the edge.
Oh.
It took a recovery team 9 hours to pull the car away.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow.
Wow. Again, can't fix stupid.
Right?
There's another one. In 2011, 3 women visiting Bellevue, Washington were out after midnight, unable to find their way back to their hotel. After asking the GPS to reroute, they took what they thought was a road that would lead them to the highway. Instead, their SUV ended up sinking into deep water. The road turned out to be a boat launch, and the water was a lake.
Oh, gee.
All 3 managed to get out safely, but by the time the tow truck arrived, the SUV was completely submerged.
Oh, man.
You got to see the water.
Wow.
Gee, that's great.
Well, it's dark at night, and you party hardy, and okay.
I don't know if people still party hardy. I don't know if they do that. I think they kind of stopped that in the 80s.
No. Shannon did this weekend. They had a party by the pool on Sunday, and they were all having
but
a
I don't
good
think
time.
they call it partying. I don't think they party hardy anymore.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they do. I don't know. But I don't think my kids will ever party hardy.
Now, that is an
I bet they will.
This is an
You're not going to know
interesting argument. This is an interesting one.
No, it's a term, Robin. It was a term.
Oh.
Never mind.
In 2007, a 37-year-old German truck driver had his GPS guide him to a Swiss factory where he was going to deliver his cargo. But instead of heeding the no entry warning signs that should have deterred him, the driver followed the sound of the female voice on the GPS until the truck ended up being wedged in the cradle of a cherry tree.
Nice.
Now, if
There
that
you
would
go.
have been a male voice, would he have, doubted it?
No. Yes,
that's why they make it a female voice.
Yes, that's why.
Yeah, because it was a female voice.
Female voice.
That's it. That's it.
Well, think about it, man is trained to listen to women.
That's right. You heard the audiobook for men, didn't you? Did you hear the audiobook for men, Galen?
No, I did not.
Well, you know they have an audiobook for dogs now, right?
Yeah.
And
Why?
the voice on the book says, "Would you like a cookie? Cookies are good. Would you want to go outside?" So here's the one for men.
You are a good man. You know what good men get? They get sex. Yes, sex. Sex is good. Like you. You are good. You are a good man. Sex is like football. Football is very good. Like sex. I bet you like to sit when you watch football. Maybe you see a lady? Do you see the lady? Good boy. Where's your lover? Is your lover getting a cookie? Do you think mommy wants to go outside?
There you go. There's the audiobook for men. Just and it's selling millions of men are buying this audiobook to listen to in their car. So
We all need a little positive reinforcement once in a while.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Today we're at the YMCA, so we'll be there this evening.
Can you say those 4 letters without hearing the melody to that song?
I can't. It's in my head right now.
YMCA. Yeah, YMCA.
It's in my head. I can't get it.
Right up there with Party Hardy. Yep.
So how much did we improve your demeanor this morning? It sounded like you were starting out on a bad note.
Fine.
Did we
No,
fix?
I mean,
did we
it's
help
fine.
it at all? Did we at all contribute to your positive demeanor?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
If we say so. You are a good man. You are a good man. All right, Galen. Hey, thank you for what you do, and for everybody else, donate blood. It's an important announcement Galen makes. We just muddy it up with all of our silliness, but
The Bloodmobile.
go get a good tire on that car and tell them you need a spare.
Yeah.
Something.
For sure.
Yeah, something.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you
All right.
tomorrow. All
Thanks,
right.
you guys.
We'll
Bye all.
be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. North Korea defiant as the White House keeps up the pressure over its nuclear program.
North Korea vows that thousands will fold retaliation for sanctions amounting to $1 billion slash on their export revenues, the heaviest yet leveled against the rogue nation. And U.S. spy satellites yesterday detecting the North loading 2 anti-cruise missiles on a patrol boat, a clear sign that they are not listening.
Fox's Griff Jenkins, a manhunt ended for the rape suspect who overpowered an Ohio sheriff's deputy and escaped on Friday.
32-year-old Brandon Powell was handcuffed and had his legs shackled, but still managed to headlock the deputy driving the car, forcing it to crash.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown, authorities saying Powell shot himself last night in a crawl space at his parents' home as officers were trying to persuade him to surrender. Fox News, we report, you decide.
We first opened about 10 years ago. We were small, just a few of us, but it was exciting. I always dreamt of having my own business. It was kind of slow at first, but things started picking up. We had big plans. But in our wildest dreams, we never thought we'd have this much work. Yeah, with so many businesses caught off guard by the storm, Reed Waste Management has never been busier.
What will become of your business after a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Did you call Mike Scott Plumbing about the irrigation?
No, but did you know a crocodile can't stick its tongue out? Or that Humpty Dumpty rhyme never actually says he's an egg? Or that Chuck Norris counted to infinity? Twice.
Where the hell do you come up with these facts? And what's that have to do with the lawn?
Nothing really, just hoping you'd forget what you told me to do.
Well, here's a fact. Just like an elephant, I never forget. And here's another fun fact for you. If my plants die because you didn't call Mike Scott Plumbing to come over and install an irrigation system, you're going to be the one out there all night with a hose.
Well, as a matter of fact, I think I'll call Mike Scott Plumbing right now.
Now that's a fact.
237-2888.
Yes, 237-2888. Because if...
I know. If water runs through it, they do it. Did you know honeybees have 5 eyes?
Oh, brother, you're going to do this all night now, aren't you?
Or that a strawberry is not actually a berry, but a banana is? Or that Chuck Norris killed 2 stones with 1 bird? Or that polar bears are left-handed?
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.